So I'm Dr. Rachel Friedman, and I teach in the Arabic Language and Muslim Cultures program at the University of Calgary. And my background is in classical Arabic literature, and I also have a passion for Arabic language pedagogy in general, and recently I've gotten into the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning, or SOTL. So differentiated instruction is kind of the opposite of a one-size-fits-all approach. It's a way of tailoring a learning experience to each student's needs. So rather than having a full class doing the same activity in the same way at the same time, it's allowing different students to have their own needs met in different ways and gearing a learning experience to each student's interest, their readiness to learn, their modes of learning that work well for them. And so it's a way of creating equity in a classroom so that each student is met where they are at, and their learning helps them to expand their abilities, expand their skills and their knowledge. I think that it's really important to know that differentiated instruction is a way of meeting different students' needs in a single room. There might be programmatic constraints that mean that there's a very diverse group of learners in a single classroom. Those learners might be diverse in terms of their ages, their starting points, their learning profile. So for example, some students might be learning the target language without any prior exposure or knowledge, whereas other students might be what we call heritage language learners, where they might have one parent, both parents, other family members, or perhaps another cultural connection. That means that they've had some exposure to the language before, most likely in an informal setting. And so different students coming in with different backgrounds and different learning profiles might have different starting points for their learning, might have different strengths and challenges in that course, might have different needs. So it's a way of meeting different students' needs and allowing them to all be in one classroom together. When I think about the topic of differentiated instruction, one of the metaphors that comes to mind for me is that of flowers or plants growing in a garden, and the idea that it's the teacher's job to create the ideal conditions for each plant to thrive. So some plants may need 8 hours of sunlight a day, and some might thrive in the shade. Some might need a lot of water, and some might need hardly any water. And so there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to gardening, nor is there a one-size-fits-all to helping each student thrive and grow in their learning in a classroom. Some students might have certain needs that other students don't, and it's a job that a teacher can take on to recognize those different needs and to meet them. And differentiated instruction is a way of saying and of recognizing different students have different needs that could be different readiness to learn, different ways of engaging with material, different interests and motivations, different learning profiles and backgrounds. And just like different plants might thrive in different parts of a garden, so too do students thrive in different ways in a classroom.